Here, you want me to grind those?
Nope. Angle where I can get your stuff. This angle here is what I want. All right. I'm gonna need this one. Is that too loose?
Yeah, it's got some tight bearings in
It's just broken in.
it. It's been ground and used a little bit.
Okay, Rick wants to do his own porting, but he'll be here for about 5 years doing it, so. If anything's even going in there, we'll find out. I'm used to having this real thin oil in here.
That's why the bearings are so tight.
I'm not used to having any oil in it.
So you do a lot of grinding.
That looked pretty dry.
I'm dying.
One of these is getting pretty bad. Can't tell if oil goes in or not, it just blibbles. Got oil that time.
Got all that time.
That's how you tell how much oil's in there.
Yeah, you got a little off.
I don't think it went in it though. Going in there or not.
Oh yeah.
Got it, Tatro. Alright. It took a few attempts, but I got some oil in there.
Yeah.
I got a little extra.
On your hands.
Now these don't use oil here, they just grind the piss out of them. I hate them things though.
Yeah, they burn up too.
It's too hard to control this big ass piece of crap. How do you control something like this? When you're used to something like this. Why are you filming over here? I'm over here.
I've got your hand right here. I'm not over there.
It looks like that. But I got two of these just in case. When I'm working on a car with big long ass ports, it might come in handy, but for a motorcycle, they suck. Alright. So now you got a little issue right here. And we got a light over here if you can't see. This doesn't belong over here. This is my old light that I've already broken. Didn't take me long. Lasted about 2 weeks. Have to get none of these old lights. Alright. If you go like that, it lights up the port slightly. I don't really need a light because I just know what I feel. Some people are blind and need lights. Okay, use a finishing bit like this. There we can get to it better. Okay, you put your finger in there, you figure out what you want to screw up. Yeah, that was it. You want to make a trough that goes in there. I'm hitting against the guide. I'm supposed to do that with this cutter. cutting 10 thou at a time too.
Yeah.
You're feeling for the high spots.
Your finger in my hole.
It's called finger fucking. Got some comments about that one. Alright. This one's smaller, we get some tighter holes. Like that. Just trying to make a nice hole, nice and even as much as I can. This doesn't cut very much either. High spot right there. Makes a nice radius all the way out.
Yeah.
Quick and
Different.
simple. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just got to be quick. See right there, you're 90% there. The rest, next hour and a half now is just smooth and make it perfect looking. Or you just stop, call it done, go home.
Yeah.
Now if you take this cutter here, which has a nice radius to it, you can blend it in a little bit better. And you use the steel C as a guide, because you come off the guide, off the outside of the steel, and you cut the aluminum until the aluminum quits cutting. See how it makes a mark right there?
Yeah.
So that's where it's high. Cutting over here, because I haven't cut there yet. See how it's high. I hear it cutting aluminum when I hit it. That makes it concentric to the seat, kind of.
Made that look a hell of a lot better.
It's pretty rough over here, though. Need to get it from the other side, but for now, I'm just working on one side, which is never the way to do it, because you need to go from all sides. Just going all different angles and light pressure, you're letting the curve of this make the curve of the port more round. You put your finger in there, you feel it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't cut up on the top. I just saw it on the bottom.
Okay. Well, I just had to finger the whole hole.
You want to feel the whole extreme of it?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of a dimple there I don't want, but I can't get in to cut that out. There's a little small dink. You come out a little smaller, a little deeper. That high spot out right there. It's not very important behind the guide there, but whatever airflow comes in through here and wants to come around underneath that guide, it can come over and fill the side of the port if it needs to. Same from this side. It's equal. See how it comes around equally from both sides? So that should fill in the vacuum. Now there's going to be a little bit of a turbulent void right back in here. It'll vortex on you. That's why it's best if there's actually metal back in there. But if you don't have the metal, then just make it smooth. It is what it is. That's going to flow so much air that if you had it constipated like it was, it doesn't matter. You killed it a little bit. That little extra that you lost is 10% versus 80-90% gain. So without doing anything else, just that, that's a pocket port job.
Oh.
It's pocket deported. I didn't even do the back side here yet, which needs to get done too. I'm going to do that right now. Only worked on one side of the head, see I didn't do the other half yet. Bad angle. Same thing, I'll let the seat be the guide. Then you just kind of lightly break the edge, but leave the rest. This has a fairly sharp edge on the backside. Don't get carried away and taking it out, leave it in there. Where's my dull cutter? Okay, this is my dull cutter. All I do with this, I just take the sharpness off the top. There, feel it?
Big difference.
See if you can get with the camera. So basically what I did was I broke the sharp edge right there, but I left the big transitional difference between the two. I left, but I just broke that edge because I want this to be straight right through here to straighten the airflow up. The port's screwed on the back side, so I don't care about it. Over here, it blends in because I'm able to blend it. So I want this to be as much of a radius I can until I hit the sharp edge. And then I just break, all I do is just break the corner. I don't radius the corner. So I don't make it a radius like this. I just kind of knock the corner, kind of like right here, just knock this little edge off. I don't actually radius it like this edge would be. On the other side, we haven't done much on this here. I gotta do a little bit of grinding right through here. There's a bit of a high spot here, so I gotta work on that transition area. This is pretty good through here already. So that's the stuff you're doing. So we gotta go over here and look at the other side of the port. Now, you need to decide what size intake manifold you want to run.
Well, I got that one, so I'm going to just run that.
Yeah, you got a piece of shit. Now, down the road, are you going to put a better one on it?
Yeah. Well, I can still...
No, you have to take the motor back apart to do it down the road.
Right.
Now,
but
right
I
now,
didn't change the manifold
right
down
now
the road.
you have a big port, big valve, and you got chicken shit hole. You got stock. You actually smaller than stock right here.
Yeah, so open that up.
This is a lot bigger than stock on this side. So what I would do is go ahead and open this thing up.
Yeah, and change the manifold later.
And worry about the manifold later, but you can't be careful. The manifold will fall through the hole if you make it too big. So instead of going full size, we'll probably go maybe like half. So you use a little minor cutting tool. So you can see where it's big thick right here.
Right.
fairly close through here. I kind of like things to kind of size up first. Roughly sized it. I got about a 30-second gap all the way around. Now I can blend it from here to here. First I'm going to make the rest of the hole round. See you following the curve there? Trying to get that edge in there. Trying to equalize the difference. So you can see it's still pretty thick right there. It was hard to see that, but we're on the short side, which we don't want to be doing a lot of cutting over there. But we do have to bring it up a little bit bigger than that. We don't want to be cutting too deep up into the port. Hard to cut a circle.
Oh yeah, especially with my hand.
Mm-hmm. You notice it's thicker on this side than this side though. So now I got it pretty well rounded out, pretty fat all the way around, quite a bit bigger than what it was, but it's still only like half the size I would normally go. for a big port. Okay, now you go ahead and blend it in your surface inside the port. So, right now we're only about this far. Now you're just going to try to sweep it in and make the whole port more evenly. This is your short side in here, which is where you don't want to be cutting. But this has a nice tall short side to it, unlike a stock head. So this port's probably raised up probably 200 thou at least. Stock port has a lot more drop to it. You just want to make this kind of radius in. You blend it back into your cut here, but not on the edge. You gotta look at the different finish. You put your finger and it darkens it. So the fresh part's shinier. I got my nice finishing cutter going here too.
Yeah.
Makes it nice. This thing has a lot more air. See, this is the side of the port that was really bad. Okay, now you look inside the port. Kind of see what's going on. You want a little light in there if you need to see it. So we got our low spot in here. See my transition way up in here? Can't even see where my finger is.
Oh, I got it.
No, you don't have to come way over here where I'm at. Okay, see how it's transitional? Why are you filming over here? Okay, see the transition over here is pretty good. The basic port in here is alright. We're just going to blend these two from here to here. So we're taking off this high spot right here. So that's what we're going to concentrate on, that high spot. See how you just blend it a little bit deeper in?
Mm-hmm.
You eliminate that triangle. Now it's a lot more even. Put your finger and you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now you just kind of go in there and sweep it in and out and find the really high spots you're at. Try to stay off your short side up here. That all comes in quick there. Over here you're blending more. So you just make this a nice tall radius through here. You can see how it's all radiused in now, so it's 90% in there. Port's 90% done at this point. Now you switch over to your finer cut. See, it's the same angle, because the radius helps you blend all this stuff in without putting holes and everything. Now you just kind of blend it, make it smoother. A lot of moving back and forth. Making things straight is hard. We're actually not straight, we're radiusing and everything. So you see how the stock port's way up in here? See how I barely even cut the high spot off of the original port? What are you looking at?
I'm looking. Oh,
You're not looking at your port, you're looking at my eyes, your eyes. Get way over here, you can't see anything over there. See that darkness right through there where I didn't clean?
yeah.
I don't want to clean there, that's already big enough. But I'm blending it into the radius coming out this way. So you got a nice long radius going this direction.
Right.
With no big hills in the middle.
So it makes a nice and smooth transition.
Right. I don't need a flow mix to know that that's going to work.
No.
Look at the river. How many square rivers are out there?
Not very many.
on the other side. Here. Go over there.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah, there was a hump in there I'm trying to get out of, but it's hard to get the hump and not the rest of the port. It's right there. Right in that spot. Yeah, nice. See, that's a nice long radius now.
Mm-hmm. Looks
But
good.
you don't cut up in here. Stay off of that. Cut down in there. If you go up here and cut that away, then that's where you cause your port problem. That's where the dumb shit with the porting thought he knew what he was talking about. I wasn't cutting where I was supposed to, dumbass. Just because you cut here doesn't mean you cut the radius.
Right.
You couldn't see what I was doing. He's stupid. He assumed I was stupider than he was. Okay, now you go over the other side, and we do the other side of the port. Now this side of the port wasn't as bad as that side. Put your finger and you feel a big hump in the middle there.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing we do is smooth it up a little bit. Now you can feel your cutters going around. If you're not pushing too hard, you can feel it goes up and down like this. If you want to a nice long radiuses like this, you can feel the radiuses. If you had like a hump, you would feel it going across that hump. You grind that hump down until it's smooth. Now this is the short side down here. You want to stay off of it. You can work on it out here. Just on the very inside. You got to be careful. Now I start working on the part I don't like, which is right here. I can use this one here to do it, or I can use this one. They both work. Just because you're doing finished work, doesn't mean you have to use a dull cutter. Just have to have control. See, rough tools work too. Still got a little bit of a hump to it, but I'm trying to keep the port small. side. And then you go on the other side and see how much you screwed up this half. That's probably working on from one side. You can't tell what the other side looks like. It's important, but it looks like too. I'll put the light on where you can see it. I don't need the light, but for you it helps. Okay, now see from here, it's a really smooth transition radius, which is what you want. I didn't dig in over here and make a big hole, like you do real easily. And it funnels in real good. And you see how it's dark right up in here? See, I haven't cut there.
Right.
I want to cut there. No reason to. So you got a nice long radius there. It had high spots all around it. Now there's a low spot. Now it's a low spot now. See, everything else, it's pretty radiused in all around that whole area. If you don't need to cut on that area, don't cut on it. You can kind of see my sharp edge from this angle.
Yeah. Right there.
Right up in there. See how sharp it is? That's what you want to keep it as. Cut that area away, you'll screw the board up real quick.
The board looks good.
Can't be good, there's no flow bench. Yep, flow's good.
Finger bench.
Take a genius to do this crap. Put a little light on it. You don't see a lot of high spots anywhere. It's a little bit of roughness through here. It could be smoother, but yeah, it's good enough. A lot of times you try to fix stuff, you make it worse. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that port. It's a little dinky. You can use a dinky ass manifold, so I can't make it too big. Now we do have to work on this outside here too, like we did on the other head. Get rid of some of this high spot through here. And see, you're into the spark plug hole too, but not as bad as the Harley head was.
Yeah, well, that's the second spark plug hole.
It's still there. The other one's over here. This is the second one over here. This is the first one. Okay, let's go back over here and finish up this side. Okay, you got this V angle in here. Pretty stupid light, it just blinds me. Okay, see how they had that going in there? See how I'm grounding here? I gotta dress this up a little bit and make it a little cleaner. See how there's a whole, it's got a low spot here, a high spot, and then my low spot. Because they had like a ramp and thing, reverse ramp, which you don't need. Now they also got this big fin in here, which you don't need as big as that. You can actually set that back a little bit if you want. Trying to cut there, but not dig a hole over here. Because then you have a big hole, you don't want a big trough. We're not trying to make a trough. Trying to just V it out a little bit and get this area here ground down. It's hard to make that straight true. Good enough. See how I light feed it out a little bit? See, I cut the corners away, you know. So I cut this here right through here away. What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Why don't you look with your camera? So I cut this out here. It was more of a teardrop shape, so I cut this more abrupt, more of an angle. Because I want this angle to go straight through up into here. So this will split the air and it goes right up in it. When you put a big hump like this right here, the air doesn't want to follow back in. It'll bounce way up the top of the port. So you want to bring this in so it'll flow next to this guide. It'll flow right up in there and then more of a straight angle to it. Straight. Instead of a big hump radius where it bounces over it. Once again, that's called common sense. And I got this where it matches up pretty close. So we're quite a bit smaller than the manifold for the big manifold, but we're close. Now later on, if you want to make it the big size, you just go way up into here, you know, from where you're at. You go way up in here and start tapering from way here out to here. Because right now it's pinched in pretty good. But not nearly as bad as it was.
No.
Okay, so this one's pretty well done. All we want to do is deburr that edge. I use my little deburring tool. Like that. That part's done. So the port's done. Still got to do the top up in the combustion chamber yet. We have a big mess over here called an exhaust port. It needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't remember what you're doing, you go ahead and do the intake port, but I know what I do each time. I do them all the same, so all the ports are the same how you work on them. Okay, now this here needs a lot of help. Like I see, I can't get in there with my cutters. It's a dark hole, so I can't really see what's going on in there. I can put light on it. It's still a dark hole. It's got a little more light to it, but it's still a dark hole. So you can either use a light or not use a light. It doesn't really matter. So you go in there with something small that you can get in there with. That looks pretty small. Yeah. Way up in there, I can feel it. So you bring the port in there so you can feel it. Alright, so we know it's sized correctly on the sides now. You can't put your finger in the hole, it's not big enough. Okay, now you come into a smaller cutter. We try to knock out some of this crap in here. Pinch pretty good through there.
Build up.
Tip dip. I'm trying to get that cut out through there. There's no way I'm going to be a cut down through here, but I can bore it out through there. I'm going to make a more rectangular shape than around.
That's the
MIG tip dip. Keeps your welding splatter off your cutter. See, there's no welding splatter on it.
Yeah.
It's getting opened up a little bit. See how it cuts better now?
Yeah.
Load it up like it was. See, we're trying to make this, you got a low spot here. I'm trying to make it go straight across, not have to go up over the hump. So I keep dropping that down through there and going wider. We need to go wider to get more volume. Trying to get a bigger hole through there now. Almost put that in there now, see? This is too big, I don't want to go in there. Port's too small for that. Let's see, I got a pretty good channel work through there now.
Yeah.
And it blends in down here at the very bottom over here. And we're not cutting the top way up here. See, that's pretty much stock right there.
Right.
You don't want to be cutting up into that, that's enough. But we basically went from here all the way down, we added. So there's a lot of air out through there.
Looks a lot better than it did.
Now, see, it's more equal to what this big one is over here.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't really done anything over here yet, it's almost equal on both sides now. So now both sides of the port are flowing air. Equal amounts is what you're trying to do. You don't want to try to cheat it all on one side, you want to try to be equalized. Trying to widen the channel a little bit. Pretty square. A little bit of a hump right there. More square. Okay, I have to get the rest on the other side. Still got a little bit of transitional area here. Working on a little bit, it goes away. Back over here. trying to widen it out a little bit. Trying to get rid of that hump that's right here and make it flow in a little better. A little better. See, my finger can almost go through there. So. Alright. I'm going to square it with a seat to see how much out of round we are. So you can see where the shiny part right here just cut. See, it's high right through here where we've been working this whole time. It's still high. Alright. Go back to cut more. There's a bolt hole in here, so you gotta be careful how far you go. But there's still a lot of metal left in there. Alright. Dull on that. The bigger cutter will size it for you as you go through. Took out that little hump that was in there. I couldn't really find where it was. Just follows the guide and runs it through, see? See, it follows it through. So it kind of lets you know where the high spot was at. Cleans it out. Got a bad angle here. Right spot there. Okay. Used it all in again. Let that do the sizing. Smooth it up. Cut the little rib that was in there out. Not trying to make it any deeper or bigger, I just want to get the high spot in there out. Feel that? We got this side over here.
Oh yeah, big difference.
Ports down there.
I'm trying to look with my eyes and.
So look with both.
Yeah, I know, it's tougher than people think. It's easy if you're not interested in what you're doing. But I'm interested in what you're doing, so that's why I want to see it with my eyes instead of through the camera.
That cut a little bit of a rib right there. See it cut right here?
Right.
Put a groove in it. But they actually opened the port up to a round area because that's the size of the cutter is.
Oh yeah, well that port was so small.
Now you move the wall back a little bit. Ease it up. You're going to hit a little one and knock up the ledge of floor. So now it grooves water now through here.
Oh yeah.
Lets the air flow in. So you could have a nice column of air going through there, pinched off, and column will build up. Oh yeah, I don't have a flow bench. Oh well. I'll get over it.
I won't. I'll never get over it in my life.
Yeah, too bad. Okay, now we go on this side here, and we figure out what we got going on this side. It's all screwed up. Now this here we're pinched off in the gasket right there. We have to blend where we did over here into this port. And come in with a nice fine cut. Knock off the high spot first. There's a guide boss in there. Okay. So you see how the port's shaped like this?
Yeah.
This cutter's shaped the opposite way, so it knocks out the high spot in the middle. We want to get down to our scribe line here. Most of it I was just cutting out the high spot that was in it. Finally got it down to almost where the line is. I'm still above the line. So I can go in here and blend the rest of the port in. See, right in the middle, we're not really cutting anything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to. The two ends are pinched, not that spot. See the very end, I go through the middle, and there's actually a little dip right there where that black was.
Right.
It's hard to get in there because you're in the middle areas we can't get to very well. I might be making that with my cutter. Probably am. Alright. Pretty close. Should knock the whole wall out. Let it breathe. Come up from this side again. Right, look in there. Put the light on there so you can see.
Oh yeah.
So you see the black carbon up above. Come over here. Look at it from this angle. This angle.
Oh. Yeah, I see that.
That's not the port. That's a cutter. Port's over here.
Yeah.
See the black wall up under where my thumb is?
Yeah.
No, your eyes. You have to look at the camera.
I'm looking right there.
Okay, that's where we're going to clean up a little bit. That's a high spot, or low spot. We don't want to be cutting on that. We want to blend it through here to just smooth it a little bit. This cutter's too big to get in there. Hopefully I can get this one in there. Yes, now I can get it. See, now your whole finger can kind of go in there now. Tremendously bigger than what it was. And all that black area up there, we're leaving. That's where metal should be, not missing. That's the part I didn't cut before. Go with a dull bit to kind of blend. Okay, that's all blended. Get a whole finger in there now, so it's high flow now. Back from this side. See, that's what's big radius in there. More where I'm at. Try without the light. See a nice long radius all the way up through here. This is just one big long radius. This is what you're after. There, put the light back on. Okay, let's see. Put a light where I can see it. spot where all the carbon was. Smoothed it up, radius it in. The shape is already pretty well there. I just knocked off the high stuff. Nice. Now you can really see the radius coming through there real nice. That's going to shoot a lot of exhaust gas down the outside.
Oh yeah.
Before there was nothing there to flow through. On this side where the drill opened up, just clean it up a little bit, call it done. Yeah, the shape's already there. So you already got the basic shape. It's a little bit pinched right here. I got to work on that a little bit, and then it'll be good. Just have to come in there and work on that a little bit through there. They'll have good access in there. I'm just trying to make a nice, real long radius through there, making it even. Now that puts little ripples in it, which are hard to get out if you can't get this in there very well, because it hits everywhere. Let you do what you can. Come on, a dull one. Alright, so that's a nice long sweeping radius all the way through there.
Oh yeah, big difference.
See with the camera though? Sweeps right along the whole corner right through there. Nice even radius all the way up. Just catch this side. See, I'm playing this side of the port with that side. And if you're lucky, you didn't hurt this side when you was helping that side.
No, you didn't hurt it.
Yeah, you get surprised. A lot of times you do. What looks good from one side and it's horrible from the other side. That's a very common problem. You see how it's tight right through there?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to cut that from the other side because I couldn't see how tight it really was. Now I can see it's there. No hiding the fact it's there. Open it up quite a bit when you cut that little area out. That was a choke point. So you don't want to get up in the radius though. So it opened up quite a bit. the difference? You can really run your finger in there now.
Oh yeah.
That guide's a little sharp. I think I got my finger on it. Cuts a couple of ripples out that are in there. Use the dull one. See, it looks like we cut the backside quite a bit, but that was already there.
Yeah, it was already there.
It's misformed. I didn't cut that, it was there. I just kind of bounced against a couple times to highlight it. Alright, so now you got a nice trough to go down that side. Okay, now you pull it back out. Go look at the other side again. Make sure everything just looks good on this side. I'm sure it will. Okay,
Looks good.
gotta make sure that we didn't screw up the transitional area through there. Feels pretty good. We'll just do a quick color buff on it. There's nothing stupid in there I can't see. I feel. Looks good.
Looks excellent.
I'm still not quite all the way out the line yet. It's fine. Alright, so that constipated exhaust port now is going to flow a lot of air. Look at the... Okay, you want to put down where the camera is?
Yeah.
I can't go much further, your gut's in the way. You have to come up with the camera a little bit.
Okay.
So, see how the light goes through there now?
Yeah, it goes through real good.
I'm going to rotate it because you're not moving the camera. I got to move it.
Well, I'll move
One of
the
us
camera.
going to have to quit moving.
Okay. You move then.
Anyway, the air goes down both sides of the guide through here. Pretty equal. See how it's pretty equal around the whole thing. And it comes out the other side. And it comes into the pipe on this side. Now the pipe's at a big angle over here, which is horrible. Port's here, pipe's here. You're way too close to see anything I just showed. Pull out, back up. You're zoomed in. Just unzoom. So the port comes out like that, but to see the pipe comes in over here at an angle like this. So they hit like that, which is very bad for flow. You can't make sudden changes like that, but the exhaust pipe needs to come out more this way, make a big radius, and then turn around. Exactly how Harley does not make stuff. One reason the frame's in the way, but the other one there's no real reason to be that shitty. They could make the bike.
They got cheap with the aluminum.
No, it's just they just didn't want to do the work on the exhaust system. They'd have to actually put real exhaust pipes on the bike that flowed. Why would they want to do that? That'd be stupid. That'd actually run. Okay, now we have to clean up the combustion chamber, which is all screwed up. Smoother one of that. There it is. Almost looks like it should.
Looks better than it did.
Polishing bit.
Yeah.
Put that in the middle. Feel it?
I can see it.
It's hard to see, but you sure can feel it. Switch. Oh. This whole thing's a big mess. So let's highlight it and see how bad it is. See the high spot come up and light?
Oh, yeah.
So that highlights so you can see the problem area. And you come up with a problem fixer. Plugs in the hole. Cut steel, I could have a steel cutter. Trying to get that hump out of there. See the hump?
Yeah.
Now the air flows straight across. most of it up. It's hard to feel what you need to cut out. You just knew it was screwed up. Takes a little work to get to it though.
Better than they were.
This is sharp through here too. Alright. So there's your sample. Now you're going to duplicate the other one, do it just the same.
Do it as good as we can.
That means you're not going to make it very close.
Closest only counts with.
I'm going to have a lot of touch up on fixing it after you screw it all up. So how long is this video? Stand back. Stand over there. Oil, that'll look a lot better. Alright, so that gives you yours to work on. Where's the other one? So you can make them same, right?
Yeah. I'll try.
See it. So this is your before port. It's your extra port. That's your after port. It's before port. The other side, you can see the same thing. So much more flow area he's got. Intake, same thing. Pretty big up through there. Pretty constipated. We didn't really open up it too much at the flange, but we opened up everything else quite a bit. So, yeah, that's the difference between ported and unported heads, even though they're supposed to be high performance heads to begin with. In the real world, they weren't. So, alright, we got a few hours of porting to do for Rick, and then I'll have to fix it. Hopefully, he doesn't screw him up too bad. You gonna screw him up?
Screw them up. That's what I'm going to do.
He's gonna get after it and do it good. We'll do it tomorrow, though, because it's probably late now.
Yeah, tomorrow I'd be more not tired.
I'm sure it's probably midnight or at least blood. It's probably 1 o'clock.
It's 11.
So,
It's
not tomorrow yet?
almost.
Oh, so that was only a 2-hour job. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm getting pretty
11 o'clock, so.
There you go. 2-hour porting job. All right, that's it for now.